What's going on, guys? It's Patrick here, and welcome back to part 2 of why Black Ops 2 Zombies is the greatest zombies mode of all time. Now, in the first video, we broke down Jimmy Zielinski and Jason Blundell, basically looking at how Jason Blundell and Jimmy Zielinski vary, how their ideologies and their styles for making zombie maps are the exact opposites. So to understand this video, you should probably go watch part 1 first. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. This is part 2 of why Black Ops 2 Zombies is the greatest zombies of all time. So if you were following along with the last video, you could probably see where this whole concept is heading. Jason Blundell is one side of the coin, Jimmy Zielinski is the other. Black Ops 1 was completely the Jimmy Zielinski side of the coin for maps. Black Ops 3 was completely the Jason Blundell side. So each of those games were their own individual things. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 3 I think was just an amazing experience for this entire zombies community. But the truth is, Black Ops 2 is better than both of those games. Why, you may ask? Well, it's really quite simple if you look at it. Black Ops 2 has the balance, okay? It's not just Zielinski, it's not just Blundell, and for the longest time, I've always felt like Blundell maps are just so much better than anything Jimmy Zielinski had ever put out. Anything on Black Ops 1, and then better than Transit, better than Buried, better than Die Rise. But I've come to realize that that's not necessarily true. You see, my biggest problem with Black Ops 3 was the fact that every single map is kind of the same. Now, you can throw in a different setting and different characters, different wonder weapons, but the problem with Black Ops 3, and don't get me wrong, I loved it, is that every single map is just so big and advanced and crazy. And if you're not looking for that experience, that Jason Blundell unique experience, it's just not gonna do it for you. You see, every single map you have to go on these crazy quests except for the Giant, and it can just be a lot. On the other side of it though, the Black Ops 1 maps were just too random for me. Like, oh, I have to hit the box, and like 3 of the box weapons are gonna be good enough that I can survive. Like a ray gun, a thunder gun, or a Galil. Anything else, I'm screwed. And if you're playing Black Ops 1, that's really the only experience that you're gonna get. Like, oh, an astronaut grabbed me and now I lost a random perk in its jug and now I died. Like, that absolute chaos can get annoying if that's all you're playing. I'm not saying that Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 3 are bad. I'm just saying that it's all the same inside that game. You play one map, they all have the same style. Again, they might have completely different features, different settings, different characters, but it's all the same. And that, in a nutshell, is why Black Ops 2 stands out. Black Ops 2 Zombies is such an amazing game mode because it's diverse. Every single map is unique and can stand on its own in its given respective areas. Just think about how different Origins is to Transit, to Buried, to Town. These are all ridiculously different maps. Maps so different, it seems weird that they're in the same game. And again, that's why they are so amazing. So what I wanted to really do in this video is go through every map and look at why these maps are so incredible. Every single one of these maps are unique and important to making Black Ops 2 such a great and diverse game mode. So for Black Ops 2 Zombies, we have Origins, Buried, Mob of the Dead, Die Rise, Transit, and the others. Nuketown Town, Bus Depot Farm. These maps serve as the basic maps, okay? They're not complex, they're very simple. You get perks, you get maybe Pack-a-Punch, and you get a mystery box. You all get a mystery box. Bus Depot doesn't even have perks. Basically, these are the maps for the players that just want a quick, fun time. These are the maps that Black Ops 3 was missing. Every single Black Ops 3 map, besides the Giant, and even the Giant a little bit, was so complex. Like, new players, I found Black Ops 3 like impossible to get into if you were a new player. But the thing with Black Ops 2 is it had these set of maps which were for those new players to get in and just kind of master the basics. What's even better about them though is even if you're an advanced player, like Town and Nuketown are some of the most fun maps to play because they're so basic. You don't have to go on these crazy quests doing everything. You just go in, do what you want to do, get in, get out, made it to round 25. It was a good time. No questions asked. No crazy Easter eggs, no crazy quests, just straight up zombies. This is the World at War set of maps. Next up, let's look at Transit. The map that I have hated on time and time again. Guys, I have to retract most of those statements. Well, actually, no, I don't, because Transit is a terrible map. Transit is not a map that's meant to be played serious. It's not a map that's meant to be played like Origins. You don't go in thinking like, okay, I gotta build this and I gotta do that and everything's gonna go my way. No, bad things happen on Transit all the time. You get killed by a denizen, you get killed in the lava, you get killed by an exploding zombie, you can't get jugged, you don't have any ammo, the bus left. All kinds of terrible things happen on Transit, and that's kind of what makes it so unique, is the fact that you just don't know what you're gonna get. You can't go into Transit like you would go into Origins. You have to go into Transit not caring. It's a map that is meant to be played carefree. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna go into this, have fun with my friends. You play it with a team, and I've learned that by playing with Avery and Star and David, just doing like high round attempts and stuff. It's a map you don't take serious. It's just meant to be fun. Stupid things are gonna happen, and that's what sets it apart from every other zombies map. When you compare it to some of the greats, it just doesn't hold up. But it's not that Transit is a bad map. It's that Transit isn't meant to be a map that makes sense. It's just the epitome of that idea that I always go back to of chaos. Anything can happen, accept it, just go with it. I mean, you're playing Transit after all. Now let's look at Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, in one word, is the icon map of Black Ops 2 Zombies. This map is the setting map, the story map, the vibe of zombies, okay? You've got these gangsters on Alcatraz Island. The story there is cool enough. But then you throw in zombies and ancient evils and all this stuff, and it's just, again, it's the icon, okay? This is the setting-driven map of Black Ops 2. That is what makes Black Ops 2's Mob of the Dead so amazing, is it's completely setting and storyline and character driven. It's like a movie. It's meant to be a movie, okay? And it's in a zombies game. This is what every single Black Ops 3 Zombies map wanted to be. Like, just the craziest storyline, amazing gameplay. Again, Mob of the Dead is a classic Blundell map, but it is the icon of Black Ops 2. Now, Die Rise is a weird map to categorize. Die Rise is predictably unpredictable. You can fall off the map, but you can control it. You can get all 7 perks, but they're random. You can build the Sliquifier, one of the greatest wonder weapons ever, in a matter of like 60 seconds, but it can also just like lead you off a map sometimes. Die Rise is the most peculiar map of all Black Ops 2. It's got a lot of the chaotic undertones of Transit, but with a touch of Black Ops 1. I think of all the maps in Black Ops 2, Die Rise to me is the most Black Ops 1-ish of them all. It's got that chaos, but it's not utter chaos. It's unpredictable, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you got a pretty good idea. And one other thing about Die Rise that I'm really starting to appreciate is it's one of the greatest speedrunning maps of all time, which is not a super exciting and important thing, but I think that has actually really elevated the status of Die Rise in my eyes. Okay, so now, Buried. Buried is the beginner, okay? If I had to say it in one word, it's the beginner map. It's your introduction to large-scale styled zombies maps. It's easy, but there's a lot of stuff on it. So it's not like a basic map like your Nuketown and your town, but it's easy, okay? Difference between basic and easy. It's not easy in the sense of, oh, you got all these different things Leroy's can do and all these different buildables and pack-a-punch and go through the maze and free perks, the Easter egg, but it's an easy map. It's very easy to go into high rounds, and this is the map that allows players to go from just those casual people where you're playing like town and all this stuff. You go to Buried, and it's an easy experience, but it introduces you, it familiarizes with quests and all this complicated stuff to allow the player to branch out into more difficult quest-based maps like Mob of the Dead and Origins. Buried is just meant to be a fun map, and again, I think it does a great job of introducing new zombies players into the realm of quests. And if you're gonna play Black Ops 3, like, Buried would be a good place to start. And finally, we have Origins. This is the map that I call the masterpiece. The challenge, the essence of the hardcore zombie player. Origins is what every single Black Ops 3 Zombies map wish it was gameplay-wise. Where every single Black Ops 3 Zombies map wanted to be Mob of the Dead as far as setting and storyline, Origins is that exact same side of it, but for gameplay. Origins is the ultimate test to Zombies players. Origins is the map for the diehard, you and me. The Zombies community on YouTube, all throughout the internet, where we submit things, we say, hey, we want you to do this, we want you to do this. The high round community, okay? This is the ultimate in Zombies. Origins is a map that still, to this day, 5 years later, people are still working on perfection, okay? Origins is the true test of the zombie player. If you can beat that map solo, that confirms that you are good at Zombies. The thing I love about Origins is there's no bullshit. There's no way to pretend you're good on that map. There's no gobblegum BS. There's no perma perks. It's literally you and your abilities of knowledge and just strategy and training and everything that goes into making a good Zombies player. Again, Origins is a masterpiece, but it's also the true test and kind of the map for the hardcore players. All that being said though, it's still an extremely fun map to play if you're new to Zombies. All right, that was a lot. We just broke down every single Black Ops 2 Zombies maps and pointed out all its awesome stuff. I'm not saying all of these maps are great in the same regard, but again, the reason Black Ops 2 is so amazing is it has diversity. Every single map captures a different feeling for the player. Transit is pure chaos. Die Rise is the Black Ops 1 map of Black Ops 2. Nuketown Town, Farm, and Bus Depot are the World at War basics. You've got Origins and Mob of the Dead, two maps that represent what Black Ops 3 was entirely about, minus the gobblegums. And lastly, you've got Buried, just a casual map to hop into Zombies and learn the game. And honestly, I mean, that's it. That is, in a nutshell, why Black Ops 2 is so good, is because it's so goddamn versatile. I used to look at Black Ops 2 as Mob and Origins are good, all the other maps suck. And it's just simply not true. If you take why Origins is so good and try to compare it to Transit with the same criteria, you're going to get a terrible map. But if you take Transit, a map that's just supposed to be fun with friends and just goofing around, and take that criteria, that like, oh, I don't care what happens, throw it into Origins, you're not gonna have a good time with Origins either, because that map is just so damn complex. And pretty much the same thing can be said for every other Black Ops 2 Zombies map. Black Ops 1, every map is like the exact same style. The exact same thing can be said with Black Ops 3. Now that doesn't make them bad game modes or bad maps, it just makes them the same. The reason that Black Ops 2 is the GOAT is it's just something different for every Zombies player. Whether you're the relaxing end or it's your first time playing Zombies, Black Ops 2 has got something for you. And I don't think Black Ops 3 can say the same. Imagine your first map you ever played being Shadows of Evil. That's a reality for a lot of people, and not a good one that I would have liked to face. If I had started with Black Ops 3, I don't think I ever would have become a YouTuber, because Shadows of Evil is just too difficult for me. Black Ops 2, on the other hand, well, I could have popped into Nuketown, I could have popped into town, would have been a fine experience. So anyways, guys, that is going to conclude my two-parter on why Black Ops 2 Zombies is the greatest game mode of all time. That was really long. I'm sorry, but listen, this is a passionate topic for me. I wanted to do it as good as I possibly can. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Peace out, you freaking nerds.